Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We've been meeting with all of our guests today inside Arcadia Books. It's a great little bookshop right here in Spring Green. Love this. And with me, I finally have Nancy Bainan. She's the manager of Arcadia Books and the children's book buyer. That's where I get all my tips. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes.
Thanks for having us here, too.
Thanks for coming out. This was wonderful.
Yeah, Nancy's been on the show before, but we've never filmed in here before, even though I have been here. And it's fabulous to be here. Now, you usually have books for us, ideas on what to read and what's popular and that kind of thing. But I see that you wanted to talk about giving tips for outdoor fun, and so I'm a little confused.
Yeah, well, because we have 1 month of summer left, so let's take advantage of it. Let's get outside and explore. So we have books for exploring your backyard.
For a staycation.
Yep, for the staycation. Or for,
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Send the kids out in the afternoon when you're trying to make dinner or whatever. And then, all the way up to heading out to some of the gorgeous national parks that we are lucky to have. So. And then everything in between. I love this book. This, I think, is such a fun book. It's kind of a choose your adventure. So you can say, I want to travel this many miles or this many miles, and then it'll say, go to page such and such, and then you just turn the page, and there's a whole new adventure. So I think this is kind of a never-ending hours of fun because it would be different every time.
Yeah.
So, and then who knows?
Anywhere.
Yeah. And then someday you might actually go to those places. I love these too. My kids loved these Fandex cards. So they're about all different topics. This is the First Ladies. So then on the back, it has all this information and little quiz kind of things you can do. We have Shakespeare.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this looks more like for a road trip.
Yeah, sitting in the back seat. You got to entertain the kids. The battery's going to die.
On the iPad.
I'm all about
help that along,
Even
Yeah,
Scooby-Doo here. What's Scooby-Doo doing down there?
Scooby-Doo's camping, Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah. This is the one that you said hours of fun, which is great because this leads me to this. We tend to do some national park road trips every summer. So when you're doing multiple days in the car, hours and hours of fun is it's a need.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So I love that idea.
Right.
What other ideas do you have for road trip type things other than these?
This one is super fun too, this Who Wins book. So the premise is, on each page, there's a different character. Oh, of course.
This is good.
This is Spring Green. We're going to open to William Shakespeare.
Nice.
Who's going to win? Will or Jane? So what it does is they have like these different battles. So they tell you each character's strength. And then it's just random, and it's going to be silly and it's fun, and at the same time you're learning about all these historical characters, which is fantastic.
Good point.
Yeah,
good for some chuckles and education.
Exactly, you can sneak some learning in on those kids.
That's how you got to do it.
That's how you got to do it.
That's really cool.
Great suggestions. Now, in the past, you've also had events here, and some of those events are bringing in authors.
Yes.
What have you got coming up?
Yes, we are so lucky. We have some huge, wonderful authors coming in the next few weeks. So our first one is going to be Julie Schumacher. Dear Committee Members is the first book. She's going to be here with her second book, which is called The Shakespeare Requirement. And these books are hilarious. This one's told in an epistolary form, so it's all emails and letters and notes. And it's set at a college in Minnesota. And the lead character is a total curmudgeon, and he's just ridiculous and terrible, but hilarious. And
love those kind of characters, actually.
And the next one is continuing with the story, but now there's a battle between the departments. The English department's battling the econ department, and it's funny and crazy.
So there's a
fun.
book 2, and is book 2 out?
That will come out later this month. Yes.
Okay, don't you love it when you get hooked on a book and then there's a book 2 coming?
Yes, exactly.
Love that. Okay.
So Julie's going to be with us on Monday, August 20th at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And then our next event is with Amy Stewart, and this one is going to be really fun. This is going to be on Friday, August 24th, and we're going to have it across the streets in the Shed Garden. This is a series about one of the first female sheriffs in the country, set in the early 1900s, based on an actual woman and her sisters. And this event is going to be very fun because the author worked really hard to craft cocktails that will pair with each book. And so you get a book and a cocktail, and you get to meet Amy, and it's going to be very fun. And
That's
cool.
a little different than pairing with chicken or fish.
hey, cocktails and books, what could be better?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then in September, let me check my cheat sheet, 8th, with Chloe Benjamin. Chloe is amazing. She's based in Madison now. She's from San Francisco. This book is huge. This book is on everybody's list, and you maybe saw it on Jimmy Fallon for his summer reading picks. It's a fantastic book. Chloe is a wonderful, amazing person, and we just love her as an author. And so what she's going to do is host a writer's workshop. So you get one-on-one time with Chloe. She's going to teach you about crafting your manuscript and how to get your book to a publisher and into bookstores, and it's going to be a fantastic event.
Wow.
So that's an all-day retreat here in Spring
That's
Green.
special to have her here and for her to share
Yes,
that kind of
yeah,
knowledge.
and she's fantastic.
Because she's based here out of Madison, right?
Correct, right.
Wow.
Right. So, and all of these events, you can get more information on our Read in Utopia site. I know it's a lot of information at once. So, readinutopia.com, and you can get all the details and tickets and all that on there.
Great. All right.
Cool.
So something for aspiring writers as
Yes,
well.
yes.
All right. So we have a lot here going on, but you always have a lot going on in the kitchen.
Yes.
Let's give a shout out to Katie.
Yes.
Yes.
One of our earlier guests, not on camera, later on was saying, you've got to stay for lunch before you leave. This is the best place for lunch.
Yeah.
So tell us what's Katie cooking up these days.
Okay, so since it's Friday, that means it's pizza night.
Yay!
And yeah,
Nice.
Can't go wrong with that.
out back, we have a mobile pizza oven,
course
wood-fired
you do.
pizza. I know, it's
Nice.
fantastic. And every week is something different because she sources local ingredients, so whatever's available is what she makes. So you could have cheese, or you can have something spectacular. Like last week, I had eggplant parmesan. It was fantastic.
Wow.
So yeah, and every week is something different.
And we haven't even talked about desserts.
Right. And like I've said, every show I think we've talked about snickerdoodle muffins. So you would
Yeah.
have to try one today, or take a dozen home, or whatever.
If she insists.
Yeah, for sure. I'd
Maybe
take a
2.
dozen home, but the dozen wouldn't last. I should just take one, because the one isn't going to last the trip
No,
either.
the
probably.
trip, yeah.
No.
for sure.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah. So you also wanted to talk a little bit about the other things that are going on in Spring Green.
And we're almost
Yes.
out of time. So.
Yes. Oh, and Spring Green is just such a wonderful place. For Pete's sake, is our favorite day of the year. That is August 19th, Sunday in the park. So it's what makes Spring Green such a special place.
That's
And
a big bash, actually.
Yes. For Pete's sake, you can find out about that on their Facebook page or their website. too.
Huge fundraiser right here in Spring Green.
Yep. All to help local people.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Nancy, I wish we had more time. It's always so much fun. Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us here today.
Thanks for coming.
And thanks to all of our guests for coming in here today as well. Thank you for watching. That's it for Wisconsin Family. We'll see you next time right here on 57, your home for local.